through there again. But first of all, let's talk about downloaders, people that are downloading illegally. What are they doing wrong? Why is that wrong?
Well, you know, I really focus mostly on uploaders.
Yes.
Because I think it's easy to think about downloaders. Downloaders are first and foremost music fans, but they're clearly, you know, finding a way to get what they want without paying for it. But I think there are a lot of reasons people do it that don't have just to do with money. We really have the biggest problem with uploaders because you can share music with a friend in an email, in an instant message, in 100 different ways. That's no different than tape trading has been for years and years. The real difference is that a peer-to-peer system that would allow somebody to have thousands of files up on a directory distributing to millions of strangers. I just think there's no analysis that says that that's right, that that's fair, or that's sharing. So I think where we've really tried to focus is on the uploaders. I think people have tried to get us to malign downloaders, but you know, and kind of in my view, the uploaders are the ones causing the problem.
Do you have anything to say though about the people that are just downloading, like me? If I download music, are you trying to say for me to stop that?
Well, I think that downloaders should have their, you know, activity in context. I think first of all, if you're using a current system, you know, now this is, you know, being recorded in June. If you're using Kazaa today, you're getting, in my view, a crappy quality song, not what the artist did in the studio, not what they wanted you to hear, not their finest work. So first and foremost, as a music fan, I think that would be less than satisfying. Secondly, I think you have to recognize that while maybe it's not bad if you do it, if you have some, you know, big picture perspective about millions and millions of people doing it, this really has, over the last couple of years, reduced opportunities for new artists in the music community. It's not only about, you know, copyright owners' prerogatives or you know, money in the system. Every single record company, big and small, and small most of all, has reduced the amount of new artists that they're signing, that they're taking chances on. Less new music is getting out to fans. I don't care what anybody says. A song is worth nothing when it's written and recorded. It's only valuable when people like it and want to hear it. That's when the artists have their biggest chance. That's what it takes to, when it takes money to invest in the system. So I think everybody who doesn't recognize that at some level is contributing to the problem.
You think that it's stealing?
I think it's stealing, yeah. But I think it's, for some people it's like jaywalking, and for other people it's like dramatically dangerous traffic violations. Because jaywalkers are occasional violators, and you know, somebody who's still buying music but is downloading to experiment, I think it's, in my view, is in a different kind of category than somebody who has, like many buyers, have just stopped buying. And there are both.
What do you think about Grokster and Morpheus, now that the courts have said that they're not held accountable,
Yeah.
similar to like a VCR manufacturer is
Yeah.
not held accountable? What do you think
Yeah.
about that?
Well, first of all, I think it's probably going to be overturned on appeal. I think there, and I certainly think that the facts in the Kazaa case, which is following Grokster and Morpheus, are going to be considered differently in the courts in the future. I think, you know, from a business perspective, they're making a lot of money advertising and they're spending a lot of energy proving that they're good guys, and I think they're full of crap. I think when you look at their intent, the very court that said, well, maybe you're not liable for copyright infringement, you're certainly, you know, you did this to get around the copyright law, you designed your system to avoid supporting creators. So I think their attempt at trying to sort of legitimize themselves will never work unless they become a legitimate distribution system that recognizes the contribution of creators. As a legal matter, I don't have a clue. I think ultimately peer-to-peer is an important and exciting super distribution system for music and lots of other content, and I think it will be legitimate. But my guess is that the people associated with the behavior now probably will never understand that.